let's move along. We got reviews to do today. In my state of sickness, we got to watch AEW. So let's do it. Collision.
Let's do it.
This is from September 23rd. Robert watched it. So we got someone to make some comments. Let's go through the lineup. We don't have to go through everything in detail. If there's stuff that you just feel like doesn't worth mentioning a comment, we'll just move on. But I'll just go down the list. That's how we do it here. Anybody want to jump in? Just go ahead. Don't wait for me to call on you, because just talk over each other. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
So the first match was Darby Allin. Let's hit play on our video against Christian Cage and Luchasaurus. Right? Was this a three-way?
Yeah.
I don't have written notes, so some of the things you guys might have to remind me.
It was.
So this was the handicap match basically, and Darby had to somehow survive this without anyone in his corner. Try to win. Christian gives away the title. Maybe never going to see it again, but the most important thing in the world to him. But Darby started out with throwing, what was that, powder in Luchasaurus' face, flying out of the ring into Christian, again doing these dangerous moves. It was an exciting match. Darby held his own, but in the end, there was some confusion about who should get the belt, right? There was a little bit of a tease, and Darby ended up nailing Luchasaurus, and it's no disqualification three-way, but he did kick out of this one. So that was the closest I think Darby had to stealing that title away. How did this match end? Coffin drop on Luchasaurus, and then Christian comes in the ring, flings Darby out. That looked fucked up. And then he pins his own guy and wins the TNT title for real. I was kind of surprised at that booking.
Yeah.
A little bit. I thought they were going to keep going with what they had going, but okay.
In what sense? What did they have going?
Christian not being champion, but thinking, acting like he was champion. Like, I thought they were going to keep that gag rolling for a while. But, okay, now he's really the champion. It kind of takes away from the comedy a little bit. But, that's okay, because Christian should be a little serious. He should try to...
Well, I think they want to have this match at Wrestle Dream, and they couldn't do it with Luchasaurus. That would make sense. They want to have a pretty good pay-per-view quality match with, it's going to be 2 out of 3 falls. It should be it could be the best match of the night based on the card I've seen. So
yeah, Vlad's jumping the gun a little bit, but they did book that later on in the show. Yes. No, that's okay. That's okay.
Well, I just want to explain why it made sense for Christian to be the champion now as opposed to maybe another time. Or it's not at all. Yeah.
All right, so you're cool with that, I guess.
Very cool.
And then they tease a little bit of a dissension between Luchasaurus. He didn't really want to give up the title so badly at the very end. So that might lead to like a little feud between them, a la the Christian Jungle Jack Perry feud. So they could have a little... I'm sure Christian could get a good match out of anybody. So I'm pretty sure that's where it's headed. Just fine, I guess, at some point. Maybe he'll lose the title to Darby at Wrestle Dream, and then he'll blame Luchasaurus or something. I don't know. Anyways, moving along, we got a lot to get to. Here's Christian celebrating now, being the real TNT champion. Gives Luchasaurus a hug. And
I thought at this point, Luchasaurus was going to drop him. Kind of like what I think Batista did to Randy Orton a long time ago, remember?
Yeah.
I thought that was going to happen, but it didn't.
I mean, they're teasing it. It could come at some point, but we'll see. So, moving along. Rampage Grand Slam, we didn't see this. We're not reviewing this, but there was some more Don Callis family stuff with Jericho. They were going to stab him in the eyes, and he was saved by Kenny Omega. And they were going to team up, I think, for Wrestle Dream also against some guys from the Don Callis family is what they're looking at. Don Callis here cuts a promo. I don't really remember what he said. Something about killing Ibushi and, Omega, and they're still after them, want to ruin their lives. Jericho. Yeah. Okay. I mean, a lot of Don Callis...
Yeah, well, I'm not excited about all these 6-man tags. I mean, I liked when it was like one-on-one, but these 6-man tags kind of take me out of it. I don't really have a lot of interest in throwing in Sammy and Jericho involved in this. So, it is what it is, but I can't say I'm not interested in it.
I mean, I'm a little confused about Sammy being in the Don Callis family, I guess. I don't know if it was the right move, to be honest. What do you think, Robert?
It's an odd pairing. Him joining the Don Callis family. I don't know. I didn't see that coming. I don't know how that's gonna play out, but I do. I'm with Vlad. I'm not a fan of these like 6-man tag matches, so I'm not really looking forward to that. But
man, that's wrestling, bro. Wrestling is all about 6-man tags. Shit. From all throughout history, not all throughout history. When did 6-man tags start becoming a thing? Like in the 90s? They started doing it a lot?
Oh, not just, but AEW overdoes it, is the point.
Yeah, the Bash at the Beach thing with NWO forming was a 6-man tag. So sometimes it works if you're really planning the storyline well. But, yeah, okay.
Sure, it can work.
Probably,
it can work.
It's probably more so the angle's not that interesting.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, well, let's move along. I'm sure we'll see some more Don Callis as time goes along. Here's Christian. He just hears the news from Schiavone that he's going to be facing Darby in a 2 out of 3 falls match. So that should be a great match, actually, for Wrestle Dream. I would watch that one in its entirety. So I'm excited for that one.
Christian said he did. Just real quick, Christian dedicated the victory to Nick Wayne's mom and his late father. Whew. That guy.
Brutal.
My goodness.
Brutal. Poor Nick Wayne, dude. This guy's gonna end up in the mental hospital from all this bullying.
He's gonna have to go to therapy. After he's done with wrestling.
All right, let's see what we got next. Hook. Yeah. I forgot what this match is. It's Hook and Rob Van Dam as a tag team. So this was a little showcase for Rob Van Dam. They're facing off against the former 2.0. They don't really call them that anymore, but it's Matt Menard and Cool Hand M still hanging out with Anna Jay and Jake Hager. I don't know. They should come up with something new for them. They're still friends, but they're not appreciating Jericho. But okay.
Yeah, they should. But they should. Here's what's something new for them: get them off the TV. That would be the nice thing, new thing for them to do.
Matt Menard is great. I love Matt Menard. He was doing commentary on Dark Elevation back in the day.
Let him go back to commentary on a show that doesn't exist. That's where he should be, talking to people that are on YouTube.
He's got a personality, man. There's people more boring than him. But
okay, let him be a backstage announcer. I don't care. But I don't want to see him wrestling for 15, 20 minutes on the screen.
Yeah, this was a pretty long match, about 9 minutes. But Rob
Van Dam, 9 minutes,
5-star flat frog splash. I mean, funny that Rob Van Dam is involved. I don't know what they got anything planned for him. I mean,
no, they never have anything planned.
He'll probably do jobs. Like Jeff Jarrett's done jobs for everybody since he got there. He hasn't really been given anything, but maybe they got that planned for him, the way they do with Jeff Hardy and stuff. So, okay. They go over Kingston's match with Claudio at Grand Slam, and he's going to be facing Shibata, my guy, at Wrestle Dream. I'm
glad he found his brain.
I love Shibata, but I'm not excited about him facing Eddie Kingston.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm not a big fan of Kingston's work in the ring. As much as I love his on the mic skills, his matches are just poorly drawn out, and there's too many slaps to the chest, and they don't even look good. So,
yeah.
Okay, but I guess we'll just let him slide because he's depressed. It's okay. Let's not talk too much crap. Let him have his run. He's the Ring of Honor champion. Let him have his fun. All Friends Wrestling, baby. So that's going to be for two belts. Here's a Dark Order segment. They're still going with that. These Collision shows are jam-packed, man. I mean, it's like a lot of not very strong stuff, but there's a lot of stuff. So
yeah.
They're still going along with this.
Shit. With literal shit. Shit that I just took in the morning after I eat breakfast. That type of shit.
Oh God! All right. Well, we'll get your final grade for the show after this. But there was some good stuff later on.
Yeah.
There's some good stuff later on. Let's move along. Okay. So Taven and Bennett, they cut a promo.
Let's don't forget the important thing that we learned from this promo. It's we gotta promote neck health, okay? It's really important.
And
it's
you know
really
what?
important that we understand how we need to have really strong necks.
And you know what? As you say that, Kehan knows this. I've been having an issue with my neck, and I've been sending him neck strong text messages for the past week, 2 weeks, saying I probably have a pinched nerve or God knows what in my neck.
That
and
sucks.
he's like, I'm like telling him, and yeah, man, Roddy's right. Roddy's right. You gotta be neck strong and have great neck health.
Exactly.
It's important.
This is an extra
promoting
issue.
neck health awareness. Yes, this is very important. So
Very important.
Thank you for these two.
It's very topical to me, at least. It's very.
Well, I'm sorry you've been dealing with that, Vlad, man. It's an extra issue you certainly don't need. I know you got a lot of problems already, but
What's one more added to the pile?
you'll be all right, man. I hope it clears up, but we'll see.
I think I'll be fine.
This is interesting. So Julia Hart's been pushed as a real badass for the past couple weeks. She's actually been winning a lot, dating back to her days on Elevation, but mostly jobbers, racking up some numbers, And she's got this cool look. She's got Brody King coming with her. She's got a really dope theme music entrance, and
True.
I like the hat, the red lights in the hat. It's really cool. She's facing off against Kiera Hogan on this one. If I could move on to some of the stuff in the match. Okay, so here's some of the punches. Well, it doesn't look too bad, She looks she looks pretty fierce. Let's see what else that I bookmarked. I just bookmarked a few highlights. Okay, so she does tap her out in the end. And after the match, she's gonna put her submission back on her. So she's real mean, And the house always wins. And Brody King is there to kind of be a distraction sometimes. But Vlad, I think you said you don't really buy this. You're not buying her as this.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm not really buying this only in the sense of I like the look. I said before that she has a great look, and I don't know if she should be used as an in-ring performer. I think she's better being
the valet for the House of Black.
A valet or a manager, being a heel valet / manager type of thing. But actually being in the ring and working, I don't really think she's that great. And I know she's trying and she's working at probably getting better, but I'm not really buying that would be able to just tap out all these people and just beat the hell out of all these people. The look is there, but her size and her lack of wrestling ability kind of hurts the persona,
What about you, Robert? You got any feelings about Julia Hart?
I don't necessarily agree about her. She should be a valet or manager. That she's doing okay as a wrestler. I just think her the fact that she's challenging for the title is way too soon. It's way too soon for that. She needs to put more time in, and she needs to be built up a little bit more. It's just the push is happening a little too fast. For me.
Man, you guys are crazy. They've been pushing her for fucking months on Elevation. You guys aren't watching or what?
God. Oh, okay. Oh,
Hey, hon.
my bad.
Elevation.
This is
How could
the
they have
time.
been pushing her for months on Elevation? Elevation hasn't been a show for 3 months already. They're pushing her on a show that doesn't exist.
Well, that's where a lot of her wins came.
Now it all makes sense. Okay, now it makes sense. Because she got pushed in the
Kehan saw one Elevation show 8 months ago, and he's like, they're pushing her to the moon.
Not one, but she's gotten a lot of wins, man. She's racked up a lot of wins. That means something. She deserves a title shot at least. I don't think she's gonna win. She's not gonna win.
So if you win a whole bunch of matches on dark, or these quote unquote dark matches,
if you're undefeated, you deserve a title shot at least. Just a title shot.
You're ready.
It's just a title shot.
Agree to disagree.
We'll agree to disagree. Exactly. I'm with Robert on this as well. I think we have to agree to disagree.
I don't think she's gonna win, but I think it could be a decent match.
But then what's the point? What's the point of the push, right? If they're just gonna put her in there, get her beat by Statlander, what's the point of all this?
Well, there's got to be a feud for Statlander. They got to make something for her. So why not Julia Hart? It's just someone to feed to Statlander. I think she's gonna lose. She's not gonna win. Although I would put her over. I think she's awesome. But
I know, we know.
Okay.
She's a badass chick, man. There was this one time when she took a powerbomb through a table and her head landed straight on the floor. I forgot the exact episode.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, she's taking some damage, man. She's not a crybaby. So Sky Blue
I never
came
said
out.
she was a crybaby, but
Sky Blue.
Are you trying? Never mind. I'll let you continue. I'm sorry. Continue.
No, go ahead. What were you gonna say? What were you gonna
I was gonna say, is this? Are you trying to show that she's this badass, or that just the fact that everybody that is around her is a damn idiot who let her go through a table head first, so she could bang her head up against whatever she hit, the floor or whatever she.
It's impressive that she didn't quit after that. Some girls would be like, "Damn, this is too much," you know, and that could end their career sometimes.
Okay, I mean, I could give her that. You know,
Yeah, sure.
She deserves props for that. I'm just saying the push for the challenging for the title, I still think is too soon. Personally, like I still think she needs to be built up more to be considered a legit contender.
So she uses the what do you call it? The spit thing? What there's a word? The mist. So this is a thing throughout wrestling history, but she's gonna mist Sky Blue. She also misted Willow. I forgot which show that was on. Was that on Rampage? I think. So she's been doing this to a lot of the top baby faces.
One of them.
Let's move along. That'll come back in a little while. Once we get to Dynamite. So a little bit of a promo from Brody King. And the house always wins is what Julia Hart always says. Or the House of Black. So, okay. The Righteous. They won that 4-way on Rampage to win a match against MJF and Adam Cole, which is interesting. We're going to see that come up later. We'll talk about it when we reach Dynamite. But they had a spooky video here, very philosophically spooky or whatever. I don't really know what they said. But they're getting ready for the match against MJF. Bullet Club Gold. We'll talk about the Righteous later, Sled. Let's put a hold.
Yeah.
Let's put a hold on that because we'll get to Dynamite. Jay White is facing off against Andrade El Idolo. So this is a superstar dream matchup, right, Robert? It's a pretty strong matchup for the night.
Oh, I mean, I like Jay White. I don't know if I would say this is a dream match against Andrade El Idolo.
Dude, Andrade is a strong character, man.
He is.
I mean,
I agree.
He just beat Malachi Black? Or who did he fight in that ladder match against Buddy Matthews, right?
Yeah. Buddy Matthews. He beat Buddy, right?
Yeah, that was a strong match. Okay, the angle for the mask was a little screwy or dopey, but whatever. So this is one of the best things they came up with for the night. Kind of a long match, a hard fought match. Let's see what highlights I got pinpointed here. This is a. This is the Bullet Club Gold just messing with Andrade outside the ring. Juice Robinson just,
dancing in front of him.
Yeah, I love the crew. The crew is really good, especially Juice. The guns are cool, but so let's see what we got. Let's see what we got next. So here's one of them. Here's one of them flips. We got to point out when someone risks their lives to entertain the audience. Nice flip. And then there was another double flip from the top rope. So these are some impressive moves that Tony Khan is probably like, yes. But this is the ending of the match. So Andrade had the figure 8, and the referee's distracted with the guns, and Juice comes in and hits him with, I don't even know what that was. It looked like an iPad or something. So Jay White wins. For a guy that they're trying to make look pretty strong, I don't know about him cheating to beat Andrade. Cheating real bad to beat Andrade. I don't know. So he's going to enter into a very marquee feud after this, as we'll see on Dynamite with MJF. But I don't know about them making him look that good here. What do you think, Robert? Any thoughts about this match?
It's just, heels usually cheat anyway, so I'm not really surprised. I'm not really bothered by it, honestly.
Okay, Vlad.
Yeah, but that's just because in the history of the wrestling business, the heels tend to cheat almost every match.
Yeah,
sure, that's true. Okay, so you're cool with it, Vlad? You're cool with this booking for this match?
Just as far as this match goes, yeah, I'm fine with it. It was a competitive match. I think it's fair. It's fine.
Okay. All right. Well, let's move along. We got Santana and Ortiz are going to enter into a feud. They were tag team partners for many years. God, this video with Ortiz explaining their feud is I don't know if it's worse than the Claudio and Eddie Kingston thing, but it's almost equal. Because you remember anything he said here? You used me, you didn't call me back, after all. So, okay, they're going to have a thing.
We have a thing, but we don't know who to root for, who's right, who's wrong, what happened, what exactly are they fighting about, like where did their relationship go wrong. I kind of want to say that I'm more with Santana, but I don't really know 100% if I am or not, based on the information I was given.
I don't really understand anything about why they're feuding, but I think Santana just wanted to be on his own and move on. So Ortiz is a little butthurt about that. Robert, you got any thoughts on Santana and Ortiz?
I actually completely forgot about that segment. Maybe I must have missed it because I don't remember it at all. So. Yeah,
it's all right.
You didn't miss much. Don't worry about it.
It's all good.
It's more than all good. It's all right.
It's a jam-packed show, man. Shane Taylor Promotions is out back with Lee Moriarty. I don't know. I guess this is skippable, right? Vote, skip.
Yeah.
Skip. For God's sakes.
Yeah, this is a little extra. This should be in Ring of Honor, I think. But okay. Aussie Open come out. They're in suits because they're going to be on commentary for FTR's match against the Workhorsemen, JD Drake and the other guy's name. I'm sick today, bro. My memory's not working.
I don't know the other guy's name.
I would know his name if I was sick or not sick, if I was sober or not sober, if I was asleep or if I was awake. I wouldn't know this guy's name.
Yeah, I don't know their names. Huh?
If you put 10 guys in front of me and said, what is this guy's name, I would be able to tell you which one is his partner's name or what his name is even.
So this was the match that was very important because the winner of this match, sorry, my mistake. FTR will face off against Aussie Open no matter what at Wrestle Dream. But if they lost this match, it would have been a non-title match. So they had to come through.
That made no sense. Wouldn't the Open rather fight for the titles? That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Like, we'll still face FTR. Okay, why? They're not the champions anymore in that case. Why the hell would you still want to fight them?
Yeah, you should want to fight the Workhorsemen after that.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's stupid.
So this ends with a sharpshooter, Dax Harwood, with another masturbatory Bret Hart tribute or whatever. Oh no, they're gonna come out to the ring, Aussie Open. They're gonna cut a promo on them, so this is gonna be a serious good match. This is okay. I'm looking forward to this match. I'm always looking forward to seeing these two face off for a title. That's not bad.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm okay with Aussie Open. I know Cornette kind of, I wouldn't say shits on them a bit. Kind of calls them like a mid-card type of team more than like a real elite tag team. Maybe he's right in the way they've been booked, but I think they're good talents, and I think if they're booked better, they could have a really good match with FTR, who are the best tag team in the world by far. That's not even a question. So if you're gonna try to get these guys over, why not put them with the best tag team, right?
Right.
Wrestle Dream is this Sunday, right? In 2 days? Couple days? Okay.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Damn. All right, let's move along.
Damn is right.
CJ Perry, Lana, she got a little segment here with Miro, and they agreed to go their separate ways kind of here in AEW, and CJ Perry's going to go off and manage other people is what she says. And she's hoping that Miro doesn't interfere with that. So, I don't know what's the deal with this. Any thoughts?
How dare she manages other people? She shouldn't. I'm kidding.
How dare she distract Miro from his goal of being the Redeemer and redeeming the rest of this roster, distracting him from his fight with God, and he's already beaten God, and now he has to deal with his double-jointed, beautiful wife back with amongst other men. Ugh.
Well, he did make a good point about him having to save her, possibly. Like, she's going to be just a vulnerable thing that he has to save at some point. And she goes, "Do I look vulnerable to you?" And he goes, "Not right now." But so I thought that was a little funny. I like this whole thing. I think it's good.
I won't say I like it, but compared to all the other things going on, this is fine. This is fine, bro. Let's just go with it. And plus, we get to look at CJ Perry a bit.
No complaints here.
I'm not going to complain about that.
I think it could go somewhere. We'll see if it goes anywhere, but I think it could.
Depends
like
on
you said,
it manages.
Yeah, or if she's like getting like about to get beat in the ring, and someone's threatening to hit her, and Miro has to come out and save her, and it'll be a hug it out moment. AEW fans love.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You would think that eventually they would, right? Work like they'll be together again on the show type of thing. I'm guessing that's where it's going.
So the main event, this was maybe the one thing worth watching that Vlad would agree with that. Yeah. So Ricky Starks, absolute Ricky Starks, is facing off against Bryan Danielson, the American Dragon, very highly rated by Robert in his top 10 wrestlers of the year. So of course he's fantastic. His work looks good, looks stiff. He's one of the top guys. Hard-fought match, so let's go through some highlights. I bookmarked a couple things. But trash can, they fought into the crowd. Okay, main event. It's a last man standing, hardcore match. Huge grudge feud. So this is okay. I don't mind them fighting into the crowds for this. Ricky Starks paying some dues, taking some strong kicks all over the place, taking some damage. Throws his body into the audience there. So that
was really cool. That was crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, crazy cool and a crazy move from Starks. Don't expect that from him.
So they try to choke each other out with this chain. Is kind of the ending of this match, and he does choke out Danielson into unconsciousness, but he still got up from the 10 count. Tries it again. This was a good spot right here when he's like choking him out and he does this reverse off the top rope. That was really dope. Can't say nothing bad about this match, really. I think it was all good. What else? So this is where Ricky Starks gets choked out, and then I think he's gonna get hit with the psycho knee. What is it called? The Bizyko knee? Is that what it is?
I have no idea.
This is the ending of the match. Oh, with the chain around his knee. I remember now.
Sure.
So he's gonna take off and beat Ricky Starks. This was the booking for this, Vlad. The ending of the feud, and Danielson goes over.
Yeah, I guess that's I think you're trying to lead me into saying right that this doesn't really look great for Starks. He lost that other match. He lost the strap match, and now he lost this match. I mean, shouldn't he have won one of these matches?
Isn't he supposed to be like this next superstar for AEW since Punk is gone? I think he should have won this.
He should have won this one. He should have won this one. If he was going to lose the strap match, he should have won this match, or maybe win the strap match and lose this one. But he should have won one of them. Yeah. Where he doesn't lose complete faith in the sense of like.
So we're gonna see in the next episode of Dynamite that he's gonna try to still somehow put himself over, but at some point it starts to get difficult when you're just taking L's. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, and then there was a post-match angle at the end where Wheeler Yuta comes in, and I think there's a shoving match. This is gonna lead to a continuation of something happening on Dynamite with Wheeler Yuta and Ricky Starks. So that's the end of this episode. Man, there was a lot. I don't know how many minutes we took to do that, but jam-packed show. A lot of it not that good, Vlad says. But let's hear some grades. We need some grades for AEW Collision. Let's hear some thoughts. Are we going to keep doing Collision? I like it. I don't think it's that bad. I think it's on a Saturday, so the ratings kind of suffer because of that. But
sure.
All right, let's hear your grade for this Collision. It was September 23rd, 2023.
You want me to go first, right?
Yeah, you go first, bud.
You know, I don't. It's hard to say. I think the main event, the Texas Deathmatch, was pretty good, despite me not agreeing with the winner. The rest of the show was just whatever. There wasn't a lot there that I could say that it was really
Christian Darby.
Yeah.
Jay White and Andrade.
Yeah. Okay, I'll say it's a C. I'll say it's a C.
Yeah, same here. I'll go with C also.
Yeah.
The main event was the best match. I liked the Darby Allin Christian Cage Luchasaurus one too. But in both of those matches, I was surprised by the booking, but the matches themselves were good. The Jay White and Andrade match was just okay. That was decent, so I'll give it a C also.
Me too. A C is just basically, it means it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't really that great. So, okay.
Right.
Which is kind of bad, because they had a freaking Texas death match, or last man standing match, and, you would hope that there would have been some heat from the fans for that one, but I think the crowd enjoyed it, but I don't know. I don't know what to think about Starks going forward now. Let's move on, though.
Well, yeah, because the thing is, with Danielson, real quick. With Danielson, he has this fight with Zack Sabre, right? Guy, is that his name?
Zack Sabre Jr.
Zack Sabre Jr. And I think they didn't want him to lose here, so then he.
Oh yeah.
How
that's a dream match.
But I don't give a shit about Zack Sabre Jr. I care about Ricky Starks. I want Starks to get over here because Zack Sabre Jr. is not even in AEW. So, I mean, we've lost the point. We've lost the thread here in this whole thing. So I understand that they didn't want Danielson to look a little weak before this pay-per-view match, but they could have done something else. They could have had a screwy finish where nobody wins somehow, or both guys are knocked out or something. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I don't agree with having Starks lose twice. I guess that's the main thing. Because where does he go from here? I know where he goes. He has to fight Willie Yuta. I mean, fuck. That's all I have to say to that.
Yeah, they ruined him. They ruined him. Oh, God.
Yeah, they ruined him. In 3 weeks, they ruined him, man.
Well, hopefully that'll be a win at least. But the thing about... The thing about Tony Khan booking guys from Japan against some of his bigger stars, I think the way he looks at it is that, imagine if it was back in the days and it was WCW and WWF and guys were going back and forth. I think in Tony Khan's head, it's kind of like that. Even though they have a relationship and it's not like that, I think he looks at it like, oh my God, this guy from New Japan's coming and this guy from AEW, and it's going to be a dream match. But, the fact that they have a relationship and they're working together kind of kills it. So if they were really two companies that really didn't like each other and were competition and they decided to work with each other one time, like everyone talks about dream WCW, WWF scenarios from back in the days, if they had cross-promotional stuff. I've seen a lot of videos where people create their own dream cards or whatever. So I think that's what Tony Khan's kind of entertaining himself with. But I'm with you. If you're, I think if they have to push you on the AEW show for the people to really care, because how many people really watch New Japan? I'm curious. How many Americans? How many Americans? I'm curious how many Americans have the subscription actually follow week to week. I'm gonna look this up.
I used to watch them, but it's been a while. Ever since AEW started, I followed New Japan less and less, and now I don't even really watch them anymore.
Sure, makes sense.
I don't know. Seen one strong style match, seen them all, in my opinion, kind of. But okay, sometimes there are some matches that steal the show away. But I'm a fan of Will Ospreay. I think he's great. But